Concord, we're trying to conclude a brief homestand at 2-0. The Point Park Pioneers are at the Carter Center before we dig in to the visitors from Pittsburgh, head coach Todd May. Let's talk about your win over West Virginia State. Led for, I think, like 34, 35 minutes of the game. You guys really started pulling away there about halfway point of the second half. What worked for you guys after halftime?
Defensively, our defense was where it needed to be. That had been a big issue for us early on with just the percentages and the points we were giving up, and guys really locked in on the scout and took away what West Virginia State wanted to do, and we were able to come away with a victory because of it.
Colin Tolbert scored 25 points, but your big man really kind of able to control the paint. You had 12 team blocks, Renee Diop 6, Craig Gilbert 5 of those. In the last 2 games, you started those 2 guys together. What has really clicked between those 2 guys where you can play both of them at the same time?
They just seem to have a way of defensively just kind of shoring things up for us. Like I said, with 11 blocks there, you get in a paint, you got 6'8", 6'8", things kind of disappear on you there. So, Craig, putting him in the starting lineup, playing a little bit out of position of where we thought he would be originally, but he's kind of fit in with what we're doing. And like I said, him and Renee just seem to work well with each other. All
right, off the bench against West Virginia State, a big lift, especially in the first half from Georgia's Archer. John Goose Gabbert comes in and knocks down 6 critical free throws. As the season's gone on here early on, what are you seeing from the bench? How's that developing, and how's that play a role?
Yeah, those guys were huge for us. Arch, we'd been waiting to see that. He just hadn't been himself, and the quote I gave him was, "Play with your hair on fire." And that's what we loved about him when he came on his visit. That's what we loved about him last year as a freshman. And I think he was just overanalyzing, thinking a little bit too much, and he went out and played with his hair on fire. And then Goose came in, and CB had been out there for a few games. We should have him back tomorrow. But Goose came in, and when his number was called, did what he does. He just goes in, runs the offense, gets the ball where it needs to go, defends his position. And when they were fouling late, he stepped up, made free throws for us. So that's going to be huge for us with those guys just developing those roles as we move forward.
A very gritty Point Park team. They lead the conference in rebounding margin by a wide margin. They are tied for first in field goal defense, with Wheeling only allowing teams to shoot 41%. I know they're new to the league, but Kevin Reynolds, the head coach, has been around for a long time. Previously at Slippery Rock, his teams rebound and defend. So how do you guys get some points against this team?
It may be first to 60 tomorrow to win the game, but no, they do a really good job on the defensive end. I was able to watch a little bit of film yesterday on them, and like I said, they are long, they are athletic, and like I said, they do a good job of taking things away. So we're going to have our hands full. We've got to make sure our offense is on point and try to find a weakness in there, which I haven't seen yet. We'll continue to dive into it today. And like I said, but it's going to be a big challenge for us for sure.
Caden Warner is their top scorer. He's top 5 in the conference, 18.5 points a game. Essentially, he's a guard. Looks like he gets downhill, but he can also shoot to 3. So how do you limit him and the rest of the Pioneers?
Yeah, we know Caden pretty well. We recruited him coming out of prep school, and then he decided to go to Rio Grande and have a lot of familiarity with their program with Coach Airwood up there. Then when he went in the portal, tried to get him last year, and so we have some familiarity there. He's a really good guard. Like I said, does a good job scoring the basketball. But like I said, we just got to make it tough on him for sure.
Concord and Point Park Mountain Lions trying to get to 2-1 in conference play.